Greetings everybody, it's your girl, it's your goddess, the Renaissance girl. And today I'm coming at you with a video Vixen video. This is part 3 and it's going to be how I did my makeup. So the first thing I always go in with is the Too Faced Lip Injection Extreme, and this is the color Bubblegum Yum. Y'all, I love this product and I always use it right before I set my face, and I love the Cherry Blossom MAC setting spray, so good. So after that, I'm going in with the Hydrating Camo Concealer in the satin finish, and it's the shade Medium Warm. I love this product, and one of my tips that I feel like is so beneficial that I actually learned from another YouTuber is that what you're going to do is you're going to block your brows out with concealer and then you're going to fill it in. What this does, it makes your process so much easier for you to know and map out your eyebrows so that you can make sure that they're even. Even sometimes, like when it's not even, I still do this method because literally it's game changing. And then after that, I just blend it out and literally it makes the brows go so fast. So after that, I'm using the Brow Wiz Anastasia Beverly Hills brow product in the color Medium Brown. I decided to go with a lighter brown because as a video vixen, but also as a blonde, I feel that lighter brows just really complement your face, and I wanted my brows to be on the thinner side but look natural, and I wanted them to look like as if like, I mean, I am a real blonde, but you know what I mean. So another thing I always do is I start from the middle and then I work my way out, then I work my way in. And that's kind of like how I like to do my brows. And I also like to do small strokes, especially when I'm doing like more so a natural look like this. I want to make sure I block my brows out. So funny enough, I did not plan this makeup to be photo shoot friendly, but I wanted to just point out that there is a really big importance with the lights that you want your makeup to look a certain way, which is why I went softer on the brows, because when they get under the lights, it can sometimes look harsh, especially depending on the artist's vibe and style. I've definitely had shoots where some of the makeup has come off harsher because of the lighting that they chose. Thankfully though, they chose pink lighting, so I felt amazing about that. So then I'm going back in with the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer, and I'm just going to blend that out over my eyelid. I literally use this for primer on my eyelids. I don't really ever use eyelid primer because this literally works just as well, if not better. If I want my colors to really stand out, then I'll go in with the NYX All White eyeshadow stick, but I love going in with my concealer and just blending it out over my eyelids and just watch the color pigment. So after that, I'm going in with the Sonic Bloom palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade Lunar Disco, and I'm just going to put that in my crease. Again, I just wanted to start light and be able to build my way up. So I normally take it from outer crease to inner crease, and then I just kind of work that crease line and just blend the product out. Now I do go over my crease, my natural crease, because my eyelids are pretty small. So if you have small eyelids, I highly recommend this for you. If you don't, then just stick with your normal crease line. So after that, I'm going in with the shade Daffodil, and I'm just putting that in the outer crease and blending it inward. I literally love this shade and I need to use it more. Shout out to ColourPop because the shade is so pigmented, so rich. I always tend to do with the mattes first and then the shimmers because mattes just kind of center in on that glitter. So I'm just blending it in and literally look at that color. Oh, and also one thing is I learned the craziest thing ever on TikTok yesterday, which is like there's different inner corner shapes that you can make. So I typically go for a rounded inner corner just because I feel like that complements my eye shape the most when I do my eyeliner. So after that, I'm going back in with the Camo Concealer and I'm just cutting that crease because Cut creases are the sultry eye of eye looks. If you do a If you do a cut crease, it literally brings out that like seductiveness in your face, and I feel like that's the vibe I'm honestly always trying to go for, but especially on moments like this, cut creases really matter. If you didn't know, BRATZ often do cut creases on their eyeshadow, and I feel that it's like, if that's not a reason to do it, then I don't know what other reason you really need. But after that, I'm going in and doing the same thing to the other eye, and y'all, literally just try cutting your crease with your concealer. It'll make such a difference. That girl is focused. She is literally in the Olympics for cutting creases, and she is going in for platinum. Literally, look at that cut crease. Now I'm just going in and making sure that they're both even. So I'm using my favorite palette, which is the Digital Playground. When I got this palette, I literally screamed. And I'm going in with yes, as you can see, I'm going in with the shade 99, and I'm just swiping that right over my eyelid. Again, I am a person that firmly believes that if you go in tiny sections, the color will pay off better, the product will stretch longer, and literally look at how shimmery and pretty that looks on my eyelid. What I love about this palette is that it's so biddable. So I'm pretty sure that I also went in with the color from Paris. They're both the shimmer shades in the Digital Playground palette by ColourPop, but I literally love the color pigment. I feel like it's a perfect shade for my skin. And it was also, I knew that we were going to be wearing pink for the video shoot, so it was like, okay, boom, this is literally perfect. So then after that, I'm going in with the shade Utopia, and I'm just going to blend that out on my card. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm not going in the shade Utopia. I'm going in the shade Daffodil again, and I'm just going to blend that out in my outer crease, and also like my eyelid, my outer eyelid and my outer crease. So now I'm going to go and this is my favorite trick. I use eyeshadow to line my eyelids. I had to switch over from this because I realized that my eyes were super sensitive, and I do have some sensitivity with nickel, which is in a lot of eye makeup products. So I just decided to adapt, and what I found myself adapting to is using eyeshadow as my eyeliner, and this is the color Dig Deep. And I would say that it was like the perfect balance for it. This is like a really well crafted palette because it gives you honestly everything that you need to build with that can turn honestly multiple looks. But I think that it's literally the perfect look for pink. This color is like not truly dark, like it's not black, but it's like the deepest charcoal gray you'll ever see. It's literally perfect. And I'm doing a cat eye, so I'm ever so lightly going into the inner corner and I'm just flicking it upwards, and then on the outer corner I'm just flicking it from where it's like a diagonal on your eyelid, and then you're gonna flick it up, and then boom, you're gonna have a really pretty cut crease. So I decided to go with the Ardell Wispy eyelashes because I wanted something natural. Again, one thing that's super important to realize with lighting is that the bigger the lashes, the longer the shadow will be on your face. And I didn't want to risk there being a shadow on my eyelids. So this is what I did. I decided to go with like a nice, more natural wispy, although I really could have went a little bit bigger. But again, I do have eye sensitivity, so Ardell lashes work out perfectly for me. So after that, I'm going in with the e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. Oh my gosh, this putty primer is life-changing. So as you can see, I'm blending it out all over my face. One thing I do is it's kind of like a backwards cut crease that I do with the eyeshadow. As you can see, like I'm bringing it up close to my eyelid to just blend out that pink color. That's what I do with the excess instead of sometimes wiping it off of my face, because it's not that I don't like it, it's just that I want it to be softer. And then I was fixing my eyelash, so I'm going in with the Anastasia powder in the color Deep Peach, and literally I love this powder. I did not know I was gonna love this powder like this. At first I didn't, but now that I know how to use it, I feel like it blends out perfectly for my face. And honestly, what I always do is set my primer because it just leaves such a velvet soft finish when I start doing my foundation. Now this is one of my favorite tricks, and what I do is I go in with a shimmery highlighter and I put it all over my face. So this is the Fenty Beauty highlighter in the color Ease Droplet. OMG, y'all, I love this. There are some that I recommend as well, but this one is really good. I feel like it has a nice light coverage, and I normally blend that in with my foundation. So the foundation that I'm using is from NARS, and it is the shade MD26, and I feel like this is the perfect shade for my summer look. It did pass this time because I had been getting some sun in, but I just love this color. I feel like literally look how it blends out, and I just feel like it makes the product less harsh when you blending it out with shimmer products. So after that, I'm going in with the Fenty Beauty concealer, and this is in the color Honey Mustard 11, and it's the Bright Fix. So it's the eye brightener illuminator, and I just felt like it was literally perfect. So I actually put it pretty much everywhere. I put it under my lip, or oh my gosh, under my nose, under my eyes, and between my eyebrows. I also put it on the tip of my nose because that's kind of my point of blending out. Like, that's not the point of blending out, but that's the point I want to highlight. So now I'm just blending everything out. I love this Real Technique brush because I think it's like the perfect mini kabuki brush that allows you to blend out your products, but also doesn't make it feel like it's not like taking away from your products or that it's caking on your products. So after that, I'm just setting everything with the Anastasia loose powder. And I really go in and set those because it's not that I'm oily, but I know if I'm going to dance, I need to set my face. And so literally this step right here is like, it's golden. So then I go in with the same setting powder and I just cut my crease underneath my cheekbone so I know where I'm going with my highlighter. So this is a quick fix that I had to do. I'm going back in with the Dig Deep eyeshadow color in the Sonic Bloom ColourPop palette, and I'm just blending it over that lash band so that it can not look like I have glue on my eyelids. That's how I fix any mistake that I have with my black eyeshadow glue. So then I'm going in with the Hourglass. This is actually a foundation stick, but I love to use it as a actual an actual contour stick. And the difference between contour and bronze is that contour is going to be a little bit colder, and then bronzer is going to be a little bit warm. For me, this is kind of like a neutral color because I want something that's going to warm my face back up, but also I want something that's going to cut my crease. I love this palette. This is the Juvia's Place Bronzer Duo palette. I'm in the color Tan, so I'm just blending that out over my face where I put the bronzer at. And it's really a foundation stick. That's one of my biggest hacks, is that you can use a foundation stick and then go on top. So cream then powder, and then blend everything out. And like, I spent a long time blending. I might have even cut some clips of me blending. But it was so funny. A couple years ago, I used to have more harsh lines, which I was like, I like that look. And I did like that look at that time. But now I'm like, girl, I'm trying to be as airbrushed finished as I possibly can. So now I'm going in with the Hourglass Veil Setting Spray. This is just a softer setting spray that I like to use. So after that, I'm going in with the ColourPop Highlighter Blush. It's a super shock highlighter in You Got Mail. I like to use this as like a brush base because it's so buildable, it's so pretty. And then after that, I'm going in with the Juvia Place palette. And I am going in with the Blush Rose palette. And I just used the pinkest color out of that palette. And literally, look how pretty that looks. I put it on my nose. I put it on my upper lip. I put it on my upper cheekbones because that's how I like to contour with my blush. So now I'm going in with my highlighter. And another trick that I love to do is I go in with a e.l.f. highlighter. And I just, well, it's really an e.l.f. eye primer, and I just blend that out with a brush. After that, I go in with the ColourPop shade in Champagne, BB. It's the super shock highlighter, and this is literally perfect. It's pearl. I didn't even see this before, but it's pearlized. And one thing about ColourPop is that their highlighters are literally so gorgeous. Like, literally, look at that color pigment. And it's so simple. So after that, I just go out and I blend some more. So you see that harsh line? I did blend that out. So after that, I just take a random black eyeliner. This is another trick I love to do when I want my lips to be like super luscious and full. I go in with a black eyeliner sometimes it's a black lip liner, but it's really random. I got it from the beauty supply store, and then I fill it in with the Kylie Cosmetics pink, and this is the perfect pink for me, and it's in the shade 102 Extraordinary. It literally is extraordinary. So after that, I go in with literally one of my favorite products in my whole collection, and this is the KOKIE Lip Veneer. What? It's a cream lipstick. And I go in and I just put this product on. This product I've had so long, the whole thing has come off, so I don't know what it is. So after that, I go in with the ColourPop So Juicy lip gloss. Literally, it speaks for itself. It's so juicy. And now this is the final look. This is my video Vixen look for 2020. As you can see, I'm in love. I hope that you love it too. Bye.